So Star Wars The Last Jedi is out and Google has celebrated the release with some AR stickers. This is a brand new feature for the Pixel phones, just the Pixel phones right now. You can download AR stickers from the Play Store, and then when you open the Google Camera app on your phone, there's like a new slide out menu called stickers, and there's some Star Wars stickers in there, Stranger Things, a bunch of other stuff. But basically, you just like drag and drop these things into your environment, and they look really cool. I saw you use them, Chris, on like Instagram posts, and they looked really good.
They're neat, and it's cool because they interact with each other too. So if you put down like a stormtrooper and then you put BB-8, they'll be like pulling at him and be like, "Hey!" So it's like it's neat. And in Stranger Things ones, they have you put a Demogorgon in the kids, and then they're all like freaking out and stuff. So it's fun stuff.
So we wanted to use this as an excuse to talk about The Last Jedi. Both of us have seen it. I've seen it twice. I'll let you go first, Chris. What are your thoughts on the movie?
I surprisingly liked it. I didn't. I mean, I surprisingly liked it. I didn't like the Force Awakens as much. I know it's kind of controversial-ish, um, but yeah, this one I was really surprised. I didn't really have. I had no spoilers going into it. I didn't really read too many opinions on whether it was good or bad, so I didn't really have any expectations and um, walked away loving it. I thought it was great. Not perfect, but it was great.
Yeah, definitely not perfect. Um, I like The Force Awakens. Maybe I like it more than you do, but there are parts about it that I don't like also. And I like it more than The Last Jedi, which
Mm,
I'm like sad about.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I went into it with too high of expectations, but I like my rating, if I had to give it a rating, it would be like 6 out of 10. Like I liked it, but it wasn't like super awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if I could give it a rating. I feel like I would need to see it one more time, and I know I will. I have the movie pass now, so it makes it easy to go back and rewatch stuff at the theater. So um, I'll have to wait for that. But just my initial, I guess, just review. I just thought it was really great. Um, there was so much that happened in the movie, and it was so long, and I felt like
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
to kind of sort of process through everything. I got home, driving home, and I'm thinking about, oh, that was a cool scene. Oh, yeah, that was kind of weird. Or, oh, yeah, this was that. And in the shower the next day, I'm sort of thinking about it. And just, oh, that was weird. So um, it was cool. I liked it. So director this time around was Ryan Johnson. And I kind of liked what he did. I feel like the whole movie, there was a ton of plot twists or just little twists here and there, and you think something's going to happen one way, and then it's like, nope, it's something else. And then it was just, we're allowed to talk about spoilers, right? The whole,
well, before we get into spoilers a little bit, just a little bit more just general on the movie. I agree. Like it did seem like he made a conscious effort to everything that you would expect to happen. He wanted to
yes,
do like the opposite of that, which is cool. Sometimes it just feels like they're just doing it just to do that. Um,
yeah, he went a little bit. I will say it almost felt a little overboard because there was so many times in the movie where it happened.
yeah.
It was,
So I guess yeah, we'll get into spoilers a little bit now. So stop watching if you have not seen the movie. Go watch another Phandroid video. um, so yeah, my main problem with the movie is that it seems to me like everyone but Rey, Kylo, and Luke had pretty much nothing to do in this movie. And so they made up this storyline for them that I didn't think was that interesting with like the weird 18-hour spaceship chase in slow motion and going to this stupid casino planet. Like all of that
I
just
thought
did
they should
not care
have
about.
dropped that whole scene. It just felt so ridiculous and silly and dumb and just, gosh, yeah. Uh, And I was trying to tell my friends this too when we got out of the theater. I was like, yeah, the only thing I didn't really like, and I felt like they could have probably just cut out, was the whole casino scene and all that stuff. It was just
Yeah.
so odd. It felt like it felt like it was something that they added after some director cuts or something. just kind of
And
silly.
like I went into the movie so excited that it was going to be 2.5 hours long, but I left thinking, yeah, they probably could have cut some stuff out of this.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly felt like in animes they have like sometimes they'll have a series that's X amount of episodes long, but then they'll do I think it's called like an OVA or something where it's just a movie, and they try to cram everything from the season or whatever they call them into this movie, and this is what this felt like. It felt like it was some sort of bigger, longer thing, and this was like they just cut everything and tried to jam it into this 2.5 hours, but then it just sort of felt disjointed in some ways, and yeah, I do think some stuff could have gotten cut, but um, it was interesting.
I think Kylo Ren is becoming my favorite character.
I kind of honestly in the first movie, this was my biggest complaint was how much I hated him and how much he was just
I remember
emo.
that. And I was like, you are so wrong.
He was so emo and just this little brat and so whiny, and then like he has to listen to Snoke, and he just wants to be like Darth Vader, and I was so I didn't like him, and I wanted to like him so much because before the movie came out, I thought he looked great. It's awesome. He's just cool. He's got the cool sword, and he's worshiping Darth Vader, and he's gonna be like super badass. And I just thought he was too whiny and baby. And then in this movie, it turns out he's not so much. I mean, he still has his temper. He's still very much the same character, but definitely a little more calculated, a little more powerful than I thought he was,
Yeah. He's a little bit more put together.
little more put together. It was amazing. I guess. Well, yeah. What he did with Snoke.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kylo Ren had my favorite line in the whole movie. Like at the very end when the Millennium Falcon shows up and he's like, shoot that piece of junk out of the sky. He's like so unhinged. He just
Yeah,
hates stuff so much.
he's got a temper on him very much, and it was interesting. He's a good character. I felt like I kind of warmed up a little bit to him a little bit more in this movie. But like
What do you think
easily,
of Luke?
Luke was interesting too because the director did the twist on him. They're like, maybe Luke isn't the greatest Jedi in the world, and they kind of downplayed him a lot. And then they're like, maybe he's a little bit evil. Maybe he's got a little dark in him, and he was trying to do some bad things. Try to kill Kylo when he was just a little kid, and then they spin that around. And it's like, nope, twist. Actually, he's still cool and fine. And then it was like, maybe he's not that powerful or that cool, and he doesn't really do Jedi stuff anymore. And then at the very end of the movie, he has the coolest
Yeah,
thing
that
scene
was so
ever.
awesome.
Um,
Like I was so they're having that like confrontation and I was getting worried that Kylo Ren was gonna slice through him just like Obi-Wan and he was gonna like, fall
yeah,
the
just
like clothes were gonna fall and
yep.
I was so glad that they did that they didn't do just like the exact same thing there.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird because I was like, huh, this is a little too like all these blasters shooting him, and I'm like, even if he's this crazy super powerful Jedi, there's no way he could survive that. And then he survives it, and the jokes were a little bit weird. I mean, like the whole I don't know,
Yes,
like
too
the
many
jokes.
jokes. Agreed.
I do feel like there is a time and a place for them, and like maybe in the heat of like flying around and space stuff, but like uh, during that scene specifically, I felt like it was very keep it keep it serious ish, and like
Did
everyone was awe and like let the awe sit in on
yeah.
how amazing this was, and don't
Did you
break it
suspect
up
that he
into
wasn't
commercials.
really there?
Not at all. I was trying to figure out how he survived through it, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, how is that even possible? There's no way he's that strong. No force bubble, no anything. Just him, just chilling there, and like, nope, still here. And then they're fighting each other, and I never once for a second thought, oh shoot, he's remote.
Yeah.
He's
I
remote fighting.
didn't I didn't think that he wasn't there, but I noticed something. So he pulls out the blue lightsaber, which just a little bit earlier in the movie, Kylo and Rey broke, like it snapped in half. But Luke
Oh,
has the blue lightsaber in that scene, and I'm like, I thought that just got busted. And also, how would he have even gotten it? But I didn't like put it together in my head like maybe he's not there or anything. It was just like
yeah,
this
yeah.
weird. thing that
Yeah,
I
like that's
noticed.
odd. That's good. That's a great way of yeah, of doing the movie there.
Also, his feet weren't leaving red footprints, which is something I've seen a lot of people mention.
Oh, see
Yeah.
all these. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, you do.
These
And
little
like
clips.
he's younger too. Like he looks
That
like
I noticed.
yeah, you notice that.
I mentioned it in the theater. I like turned over to my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, look, he cleaned up for the for this appearance. Like
Yeah,
he's like,
it's like he made himself look like how Kylo would remember him.
yeah. So that was, I guess maybe that was supposed to be a hint. But again, like unless there's no way you could have really expected that.
Yeah.
Um, the scene I didn't like, I thought was awful. Besides the casino scene, and I thought it was just so strange and weird, and I couldn't.
Can I guess what you're gonna say before you even say
You
it?
already know. Everyone probably knows.
Princess Leia?
Princess Leia floating through space like Mary freaking Poppins. She
Yep.
was just like,
Yeah. That was one
ah.
of those moments where I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how she's gonna die. Like just like that, out of the blue with
I
no
thought it was.
fanfare.
I was expecting it from the very first trailer where they show Kylo looking and he's gonna kill her, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, I mean, I know, rest in peace in real life, Carrie Fisher died. I thought this was gonna be the way she exits out of the movie. Let's just kill her off by making her explode in the spaceship or something. I did not expect the whole coming back thing, and it's just
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out like why they sort of chose that, why they wanted
I think
to
they
get
wanted
those
just to
bits.
show that she had the force too.
Yeah, I mean, because I know in previous movies they always talked about how she had the Force was strong with her, the Force was strong with Luke, the Force, these kids are the Force is very strong with them, but um, so I guess maybe they wanted to sort of show like, look, she does have some pretty strong Force powers and stuff, she can thaw out really quickly and float through, hold her breath. I thought it would have just been cooler to have maybe shown her just putting up some big force field, and then just blasting into like a different room or something, and then
Yeah.
kind of recovering her from that. I thought it was so strange and odd, and everybody in the theater, I felt like nobody was like, "Whoa!" Everyone was kind of like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Like so weird, so strange. It's a very very strange move. But
So yeah, I guess it sounds like we both like it, but we both have some problems with it, which I mean, it
yeah,
seems like that's kind of like the common theme that I've been seeing
but
from other
but
people
nothing
too.
that took away from I feel like the overall enjoyment of the film. It wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
There was some things that are kind of weird and some things that were kind of whatever. The porgs are great. I thought Ray was awesome. She's a little OP, and the whole her family being just regular people, which I think Kylo could be lying about. Honestly, kind of do, but I think it fits into the whole theme. At the very end of the movie, did you see the kid force pull the broom? Or was
Yeah.
that just
No, I
okay?
thought that was obvious.
No, I thought I saw it and I was like, wait, what? And then I turned over and then like my friends ever seen it, people didn't see it, and some people kind of thought they did, and yeah, okay. So it sort of fits into that whole thing that like no matter, even if there is no bloodlines, the force is still out there, and even a regular little kid from the slums can still be a Jedi and have strong force powers and stuff. So
Cool.
yeah, it was
So anyway, that's our thoughts. We just had to get that out there. Check
not to get
out
it.
the Star Wars AR stickers if you haven't yet. Leave your comments below on your thoughts on the movie. And we'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.